recording. 100. So all I did is I set it up. We did the closest, which was the 5, and the whole thing, which was the x plus 8. Now we're cross multiplying it. 5x plus 40. And to finish that off, you get your answer, minus your 40. 12. 12. Anybody else getting 12? 12. And our number 8 is on the easier side. I'm sorry, 28. Sorry, I said the wrong number. 28. And I left off one of the 90-degree angles. Sorry. So again, the picture, when you see it, you're going to see the two 90-degree angles and go, oh, this is that double up stuff we were doing because that's the chapter we're in. Not true in the real world, but you can use it now. And decide what your double up number is. Somebody needs to tell us what our double number is. So make sure you set it to cross multiplication. That's where these parentheses came from. These multiplied together and solve all your algebra. What happened, here's our formula. You see how there's an x in front of the square root of 2 in the formula, and that these two are x's also? So whatever this number is, say it was a 12, that means these would both be 12. If this is a 9, both of these would be 9. If this is a 15, these would both be 15. Over here, you see what the x is, it's 8. So you just come up here and say that's 8 and that's 8. These are both 8. That's all there is to that one. Having that little picture helps a lot. 23. 24, very similar. So using the 45-45. The 45s are helping you narrow it down to what formula you need. Same picture, we need the same picture. And looking at this one, do we have any takers on the x at least? The x part of this, Haley? Yep, because these two are going to be the same. Remember, look at your right triangle. See how the two legs are the same? This is our 45, the legs are going to be the same, so x is equal to 7. And then what do you think for the y, Maddie? Good job, 7 square root of 2. Because what she realized is that whatever we picked for our x, which is 7, would just get stuck in front of the square root of 2. And that's what the answer is. So there's the formula for a triangle, because I want you to find the area of this triangle. And the problem is, if you know how to read this formula, they want to know what you need the height. But the height is one of your unknowns. So we have to figure out how to find the height here. And I left, well, an important piece of information. This is an isosceles triangle. I don't know if I spelled that right. I don't think I did. Good enough for now. An isosceles triangle, which means your two sides here are going to be the same, and this altitude that comes down is going to form a 90-degree angle. This has a 90-degree angle right here. Even though the picture might not have it, they'll tell you that there's an isosceles triangle, so you need to know you have the right angle here. And with that said, this is a multi-step question. You have to do something before you can use this formula. So if we're focused on this triangle right here, the triangle we're looking at, because this is the right triangle. Do you agree, Cole? So if I can use the Pythagorean theorem because I know this is a 10, I know that's a 12, and I can look for this. I use the Pythagorean theorem. So I do know the C, it's 12. I know my A is 10, and I don't know my B. But I can solve this, get 144, 100, my hundreds, 44, E squared, square root of these, and I'll wait for you. So the catch is knowing to use the Pythagorean theorem. Why can you use it? Because there's a right triangle here. And you're missing one of the legs of that right triangle. That'll be the height that you need. This square root is going to come out as 4 times 11. But the 4 gets outside of the 2, so this is what your B is. That's your B. That's your height. there's a good chance there won't be square roots in the height. I just made up some numbers and it looks like it did come out. So I'm going to use my triangle formula now and go 0.5 times my base, which is 20, times my height, which is 2 square root of 11, and multiply those together. I'm going to get 10 times 20 square root of 11. That's what I get for my area. There's a dot, Olivia, right there. There's another dot there. Okay. Okay. So that multiplied together got me 20. I just didn't deal with the square root of 11. I left it. Most likely you'll have a bunch of whole numbers, not have to worry about that. Okay, so number 19 will be the same thing. I just gave you a second one to try on your own.